Ness is a secret syndicate which first appeared in the King of Fighters 99. They are the main antagonists of KOF 99 to 2001 like King of Fighters 97's Orochi. They did kidnapping, memory manipulating, and even human cloning to achieve their own goals. Ness realized Kyo's power in the previous KOF tournament. They were able to kidnap Kyo, who got exhausted right after KOF 97 tournament. They cloned his pyrokinetic power, the ability to control fire inherited from his clan. By creating superpowered humans and with their deadly weapons, they tried to conquer the world. Yes, it's a new story in the KOF series, so there were some changes and additions. Multiple new characters related to Ness are added. First, the new main character, K-Dash. At a young age, he was captured by Ness and had his memory manipulated, and through experiments, he received new physical strength. And in order to transplant Kyo's pyrokinesis, there was Project K. K is a character made from that project. Other characters from Project K are Clone Kyo's, KOF 99's boss Chrysalid, 2001's KFNS, and 2002 Unlimited Matches Nameless, and 2000's Kula. K's name originates from a clone character in a Japanese novel, Blue Knight Berserker, and his appearance was inspired by the character Cruel from the Psycho arcade game The Fallen Angels. Next is K's partner Maxima. He's a cyborg modified by Dr. Makishima. He features as the main character's teammate in all Ness episodes. He first appeared in KOF 99, but before him, there was a cyborg which had the same name as him in SNK's Robo Army as a first-player character. There is a connection between them, because in Robo Army, the second-player character is Rocky, and he appears in KOF 2000 as Maximus Another Striker, and the name of his dead comrade was also Rocky. His appearance is similar to Fallen Angel's Harry Ness. In the story, he infiltrates into Ness to revenge his comrade, Rocky, who was killed by Ness. Enduring multiple body modifications, he watched for a chance to betray Ness. In the Ness saga, a character takes an important role as K and Maxima is Whip. She joins the Ikari team as the youngest member and participates in KOF 99. Of course, the name Whip is only a codename and it is named by Clark when she joined the team. Whip is K's elder sister, Sarah's clone. She finds out that Chrysalid was K's clone and she doubts her own identity and leaves Ness before K does. Even though KOF is a battle between super strength humans, but she fires Desert Eagle and also wields her whip named Widow. Kula Diamond comes out in KOF 2000 as a genetically modified human. Her codename is Anti-K and she was created by Ness to exterminate the cartel's traitor, K. The name Kula, the letter K is for K-Dash, and Ula is back or opposite in Japanese. Her name fits her codename Anti-K. Just like the two rivals Ko and Iori, the sun and the moon in the Orochi saga, Fiery K was rivaled by the opposite, Icy Kula. At first, she loathed K, but that was all manipulated memory. She later finds out the truth that K was her childhood friend. After Ness disbanded, Kula joins K. She seemed like an important character in the story when she first appeared, but however, she didn't do much until the end of the Ness saga. But still, she's many players' favorite character. Foxy and Diana first appeared in KOF 2000 as executives of Ness and are also bodyguards of Kula Diamond. Both have fencing-based fighting style, and Foxy has the concept of honeybee, while Diana has the concept of butterfly. But only Foxy was included in 2001 as a playable character. Angel is a genetically modified human newly added in KOF 2001. She gained massive popularity with her Unchained Circle combo attacks and her skimpy outfit. Angel is written as Angel, but she is a Mexican character aimed at South American fans, so it should be pronounced as Angel. Also in Japanese, rather than written as Anjuru, it is written as Anheru. KFNS is Kyo's 9999th clone who debuts as a member of the Ness team in the King of Fighters 2001 with Angel. It is well known that his character design is heavily inspired by the character Tetsushima from the animated film Akira. Even the voice actor and the words they speak are the same. The KOF series has an incredible amount of homages and parodies, but the developer said that there was no prior consultation with Akira's author, Katsuhiro Otomo. I guess both Angel and KFR9 being missing could mean that there has been some copyright issues. Maybe it is why KFR9 had been replaced by Nameless in KOF 2002 UM. The KOF 99 tournament began, and invitations were sent to Benimaru Nikaido and Shingo Yabuki, and a drastic change was made. Not like the previous tournaments which had the system of 3 characters in a team, it has changed into 4. The members listed in the invitation besides Benimaru and Shingo were Kei and Maxima. The 4 entered the KOF 99 tournament as a team. Meanwhile, the Ikari team plans for intelligence operation on KOF 99 tournament because they sensed something bad was going on. Because Hydern was unable to enter the tournament himself, since he had to lead the operation, the Ikari team recruited Whip and entered the tournament. Anyways, Kei and his team successfully won every battle. They made up to a sewer-like place, then suddenly, the scaffolding slowly goes down to the underground. Meanwhile, multiple KO clones had been detected worldwide. Something weird was going on globally. By the way, Kei and his team reached a place called .70599. And there they meet a white-haired man, and he was their final opponent. Kei's team defeats their opponent, but suddenly, the guy stands up and introduces himself as Chrysalid, and he starts telling some new stories. The reason for opening KOF 99 tournament and making clones of KO was to collect combat data from those who got up to the finals and send it to the KO clones, and use the clones as weapons to conquer the world. And also, the Kei and Maxima were agents of Ness, and these two were the ones who invited Benimaru and Shingo to the tournament. And one more shocking truth, the Kei was a clone of Chrysalid himself. After the revelation, he burns the battle armor he was wearing and tries to kill Kei and his team, but Chrysalid gets beaten up by the world's strongest being, the player, and the KO clones all over the world gets neutralized by Ikari warriors. Chrysalid failed, and there comes a mysterious voice. The man attacks Chrysalid who failed his mission to remove the evidence, and says that they are Ness Cartel, the New World Order, and he begins to bring down the underground base. The team managed to escape but got separated into 2 groups. Whip suddenly appeared in front of the defeated Chrysalid. Chrysalid calls her sister, but she wasn't actually his sister. The memory he had wasn't his. It was Kei's memory planted in him. That's right, Kei wasn't one of his clones, but it was the other way around. After hearing the truth, he was shocked. She leaves behind Chrysalid and escapes the collapsing underground base, and that is the end of KOF 99. While Kei and Maxima, who were betrayed by Ness, were doing their anti-Ness missions, Maxima receives an invitation to the KOF 2000 tournament. Kei's team, so-called the Hero Team, had 2 other team members, female boxer Vanessa and wrestler Ramon. Everything went smoothly, but suddenly, someone introduced the match. It was Kula, the anti-K, who came to stop him. But, piece of cake. The Hero Team defeats Kula and enters the finals. Meanwhile, in Ikari Warriors' headquarters, a military commander named Ling revolts against Hydern. Ling deploys a satellite cannon called the Zero Cannon at the arena. Judging from what they said, leads to the fact that KOF 2000 was hosted by the Ikari Warriors, and Vanessa and Ramon were placed into Kei and Maxima's team to support them find Ness headquarters. Anyways, the Hero Team confronts Ling at the finals. But he was actually Clone Zero, one of Ness' executives. The mysterious voice in the ending of KOF 99 was revealed to be his. Clone Zero impersonated Ling after killing him, and used his Ling persona as a decoy to stop Hydern's military resistance against him. Clone Zero's purpose was to acquire the Zero Cannon, and also the KOF 2000 tournament, which is said to be the plan to discover the location of the Ness base, was actually hosted by Zero impersonating Ling to gather energies from biters to activate the cannon. Clone Zero finally obtains the cannon and tries to conquer the world himself instead of Ness. However, the mighty hero, the player, managed to defeat him. Zero being embattled, he tries to activate the cannon, but suddenly, two other Ness executives, Foxy and Diana, appears and stops Zero who betrayed them. And Kula fires the cannon towards Zero and defeats him. Just like the previous tournament, Whip appears in front of the defeated boss. Zero hands over the Ness data disk to her. It says that K is her younger brother and Whip kills him. By the way, after the tournament, K starts to regain his lost memories, and in his dreams he sees a girl, and then in front of his eyes, there was Whip. K feels that the girl and Whip look alike. Whip tells something to K, and the three begins their journey to destroy Ness, and KOF 2000 ends. K, Maxima, and Whip made raids on Ness bases one by one. But for some reason, the bases were already been destroyed before they arrived. Then one day, the King of Fighters 2001 opens, and surprisingly, Ness, a secret syndicate, enters a tournament and reveals themselves by using their name which only a few had known. Knowing this, K, Maxima, and Whip form a team including Lin and enter the tournament. K's team confronts Ness' team with K for 9, Kula, Foxy, and Angel. The team beats Ness' team and wins the KOF 2001 tournament. After winning the tournament, the hero team boards a blimp which was actually a spaceship. The team already sensed that there was something dark behind the scene, but still they fly into space. There they meet the real Zero, the sub-boss, but he gets his butt kicked and guides them to Ness satellite which was their real headquarters. Finally, at the Ness headquarters, the hero team face Ignis, who became the leader of Ness after killing his own father, Ness. Ignis declares himself a god and reveals that K, Kula, Chrysalit, K for 9, and Whip are his creations. The final battle against the man who wishes to become a god. But there was a being even mightier than God, the player. Of course, Ignis was unable to be the player, but after the defeat, he plunges the satellite through Earth's atmosphere as an attempt to self-destruct. But fortunately, the satellite crashes into the ocean, and K and the others manage to survive. And finally, the King of Fighters Ness saga ends.